you know what? In 2022, I'm going to take a chance on me. And when I tell you, I like being around people that take a chance on them. Like, I'm the type of person, if you're going to try something new around me, that you feel like this is what you're supposed to be doing, this is your path, I'm your biggest cheerleader. Like, I'm going to tell you to do it. Do it. Do it. It's okay. If you fail, do it anyway. Try again. Dust yourself off. Try again, baby. All right, y'all, so we're going to go ahead and get into it. I'm going to be as detailed as possible. I'm trying to make it entertaining, but it's going to be a little story time. So go ahead, get comfortable, get you a drink, get you a little snack so you can hear my experience with leaving my 9-to-5. So you may be wondering, okay, so how long ago did you actually leave your 9-to-5? And like, what was the process? What happened? Did you just jump into it? How long did it take you to decide to actually leave and step away? And those are all great questions. Those are all questions I'm going to answer as far as how much money I had saved up, what my living arrangements were, and how I am doing today. I left corporate America January, I don't know the exact date, but I think it was around Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Yeah, in January of 2019. That was my day. That was the time that was my last day. I packed up my desk, put stuff in the car. It was it. I had the final walk outside of my financial company I was working for at the time was Vanguard. So that was my day, January 2019. And so when I tell this story, people always ask me, so how long did it take you to finally decide? And honestly, y'all, it took me an entire year to decide that it was something that I had to do. I had to step away because I'm like many of you. I was scared. I was uncertain. I was like, dang, I'm leaving 401k. Like, I'm leaving benefits. I'm leaving a steady paycheck. I'm leaving everything behind that was comfortable to me. Everything that I knew, everybody surrounding me just, had that standard living, a 9-to-5, make your money, save money, invest your money, and then like have fun on the weekends and then start it all the way back over on Mondays. So that was a life, that was a norm. So I didn't really have anybody close to me that had branched off into entrepreneurship full time and things like that. So I was literally charting like uncharted water. So of course I was scared. Of course I was anxious. But what was a deal breaker for me was I literally was pushed into entrepreneurship. Like I told you, it took me a year to finally decide. So within that year, specifically within like the last 3 months, I would say. So I left in January, but I knew it was hard. In fact, I had to leave because around the previous November, literally I got so depressed, right? So everybody know around holiday time, you have time away from work, you have time to spend with your family, and then you have to get back in the groove of things starting a new year. But it was during this time where around Thanksgiving, like I wasn't happy. I had gotten a very dark place, right? It began to become hard for me to get out of the bed in the morning. And I was trying to figure out what was the cause of that, because it wasn't the job itself. Like, the job wasn't hard. The people I worked for were amazing individuals, had amazing connections with them, but it was just something personally inside of me that I was just unfulfilled. I was unhappy. And a part of me felt like I was being selfish. Like, a lot of people would have gave anything to be in my shoes, right? I was making a decent amount of income, was able to go out with friends, have a good time anytime I wanted to, but why was I so unhappy? So prior to that, like, I began to really sit with the fact of, okay, what is it I'm supposed to do? Why am I here? What is going on? And looking back, I feel like I was put in that place of literally being depressed and not being able to get out of bed because I wasn't in line with what I was supposed to be doing. Honestly, y'all, if I hadn't got that low, if I didn't feel all those feelings, I probably would still be working in finance because it was comfortable for me. I had no reason to leave, right? Great coworkers, great pay, great job. Everything was lovely, but I think it was God really pushing me in the right direction on what I am supposed to be doing. So speed it up. So at that point I had enough. I was like, okay, I know I have to get out. So from there, what did I do? Like, I assessed my financial situation, okay? Of course, I worked in finance. I wanted to see, okay, about how long can I last, like, with what I had. And at the time I left, so I left with $80,000 total to my name. That's in savings, that's 401k, everything, investment accounts and everything. And then also, shortly after leaving, I was able to secure business funding. That's a whole different story. Long story short, I was able to secure $20,000 that I prematurely invested in something that kind of fell flat. So I lost that, right? But that's okay. So January 2019, I left. I had a plan, right? So I had a plan I knew I was supposed to start helping people invest their money, specifically beginners, specifically people like me that didn't grow up in a household where investing was talked about, specifically people like me where investing companies really weren't advertising or speaking to us in a way that really attracted us, or really attracted us in a way where this made it enticing that this is something that we need to be doing. Like, this is imperative that you invest. None of that actually, I seen nothing in the market that was speaking to groups of individuals where if I hadn't gone to work for the financial management company, I probably would have never started investing, because I didn't come across any information or any family member, friend, extended friend, or whatever that really talked to me about the importance, right? So I couldn't help but think about the individuals that were that were in my situation. So I left. And my initial idea was to just help people start investing. So that was 2019, I'm running, and I was literally on my own. Like, I was thinking more so what I thought the next best plan of action was. Of course, I'd never been an entrepreneur. I had never successfully started a business or whatever, but I knew I had to go, because in the capacity that I was in at my company that I was working for, I knew I couldn't serve that audience and then still stay there and work. First of all, that was a conflict of interest. So I knew I had to step away, right? I had to do the right thing, step away. So I stepped away. And so initially I wanted to being extremely, how can I say it? In great anticipation, right, on what's to come, thinking I'm going to leave, and in 6 months, everything is going to be rolling. I'm going to have this great business. I'm going to be making multiple six figures, That was my goal. That's what I thought was going to happen. It didn't happen like that. Like I said, I lost completely my initial business funding, lost that. And then at the end of 2019, so I was like, okay, yeah, I need more business education. I need to step back and literally figure out what's the proper steps to designing and growing a business. What it is that I really want to do. What's my value proposition? Everything, like what's my target audience and things like that. So what I did, I took a course at the university here in Charlotte, North Carolina. So UNCC. I actually took a course. I think it was a 6-week course at the university, and it was completely free. And this was an entry-level business course for anybody that wanted to start a business. It really gave you key points and things to think about, right? So we mainly specifically focused on target audience and value proposition. Like, okay, why would somebody want to work with you? Why would somebody want to buy your product or service? And they gave us a business development book that really, really stretched your mind in a way to think about logically, what's the idea behind your business? Not just saying, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, but really building the proper foundation and then scaling up from there. So that was a great learning experience for me. So I did that. Again, whole 2019, I wasn't making any money as far as like business or whatever. So going into 2020, then pandemic hit, right? So that was a whirlwind in itself. But one thing about me, like, I knew I wasn't going to quit, because I knew that this is something I was supposed to be doing. So 2020, my specific focus in 2020 really was social media. My focus was marketing. My focus was making a minimum valuable product so I can begin to generate income with what I had. So what did I do? In 2020, I created a finance course. I wrote ebooks. I had financial consultations. So I did everything. So I was learning, but I was implementing at the same time. I was figuring out what was working. I started doing social media things on Instagram specifically, tried Facebook ads, tried Instagram ads. I was just trying everything, really just learning everything, right? Because the engine of a business is literally marketing and getting eyeballs and ears to what you're doing. So I did all of that in 2020, spent a lot of money there, trying to market and grow, right? So I did that. So that was 2020. Things still didn't catch fire as I thought they would in 2020, but it was okay because I had learned so much as far as in business, and then as far as like in marketing and social media advertising and things like that, and just creating, in a sense, like becoming comfortable on camera, like what I'm doing now. Like all of that started in 2020, just being comfortable behind camera, being comfortable creating, being comfortable in my ideas, getting comfortable with who I am, right? So 2021, last year, right? So last year was a personal transformation for me. Last year really wasn't even about business, I would say. Last year was about Terry. Last year was about developing Terry from the inside out in every aspect. So if you remember, I said when I left, I thought that I was just here to help people start getting better financially, starting investing, right? Anybody that just had their money sitting in a bank account, I thought my overall purpose was just to help them transition their money, get them to a reputable financial management company. And that was it. Like I thought that was my way. But in 2021, my mind literally was blown. I was stretched beyond measure, y'all. Like it was crazy how much I went through in 2021, like in every aspect, like physically, like I committed to being more healthy, being more physically fit. My mental was stretched. Like I went through a period where I developed a morning routine, everything spiritually. Like I started praying more. I started asking for guidance. I pinpointed my gift of listening in 2021. And of course, financially, I had that already. Like I had that knowledge already, but it was personally something I had to go through a purging period personally to figure out, okay, Terry, you need to get yourself together. Where I'm going, I had to literally get myself together from the inside out. Like there are days where I would wake up and I had a routine. In 2021, the main thing I take away from 2021 is I developed extreme faith. If anything else, I can tell you I developed extreme faith. So let's talk about being completely candid and completely vulnerable, right? So in the process of me working on myself, it got really, really dark. It got really, 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 really dark. I actually mentioned this in one of my previous videos, but it got really, really dark. And it happens, and I feel like it happens on purpose. I was looking at a Steve Harvey motivational video. I look at motivational videos almost every single day. Steve Harvey, Eric Thomas, and Tabitha Brown are my go-to people. Literally, they are my digital advisors. And I will plug there too. If you are wanting to experience life beyond where you are, if you wanted to make that big jump, the big move into the unfamiliar, you have to have people that you look up to, lifestyles, not just bank accounts, but lifestyles that you admire, right? Because these people will be your digital advisors. If you're not currently in a circle where you are amongst millionaires, you are multi-millionaires, you have to find people online that are currently where you are and are providing information and tips that help them along their journey. So those three people, Tabitha Brown, Eric Thomas, and Steve Harvey, are my go-to, okay? They literally have kept me moving. So specifically the Steve Harvey video, motivational video, it talked about everybody that decides to leave familiar to go after your dreams, you're going to have a turn back moment. In your turn back moment, 9 times out of 10, you have hit what you think it was rock bottom. And I hit my rock bottom in, July of 2021. I absolutely had nothing. I lost everything, y'all. Everything. But on the surface, nobody would have ever known I had lost everything. I had put in a job application. There were many times where I became frustrated. I'll be honest, I became very, very mad. Well, no, I'll take that back. I won't even say I became mad. I became frustrated. And I didn't sit in that frustration though, because I would always go back to my morning routine and trying to be as positive as possible. But I'm human, right? There are days where it worked better than others, as far as like me speaking positive, me being in anticipation on what's going to come, right? This was the time where I had to lean on God like nobody's business, because I absolutely had nothing. And I didn't feel like I had anybody to turn to that really, really understood the position I was in, right? Because nobody close to me has done this before, right? Nobody close to me has done this before. And I feel like that was on purpose, right? You go through this period of isolation, you go through this period, that turn back moment. What are you going to do? My back was against the wall. I had absolutely no money. No money. Do you hear me? Zero, zil, zada, right? And outside looking in, nobody would have ever known. And I made a promise to myself. I said, you know what? This was 2020 when I left my job in 2019. I said, you know what? I don't care what comes. I'm not turning back. I'm not turning back. Somebody might say, oh, might be watching this like, why you just saying, go get a job, da, da, da. I had did that in 2020. For a couple months, I went to work for Amazon. I wasn't too high and mighty. I went to work for Amazon. But at this point in 2021, I knew if going to work for somebody else would not be aligned with what I'm supposed to be doing. And for those that may be watching this video that may have also left familiar and went to uncharted territories, then you understand what I'm saying. Like when you get to a point where you want to be so in line with why you're here on earth, everything else feels like it's a waste of time. So I made up in my mind that day. I said, you know what? I don't care how dark it gets. I don't care how bad it gets on the outside. I don't care what the natural looks like. I know what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And I just got to get up every day and put one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. And no lie, November 10th, specifically my grandma's birthday, that's in heaven, rest in peace, grandma. November 10th, after I had finished working out, I was listening to 2 gospel songs, went in my car, was just meditating. And I was like, you know what? God already knows what I need. Why am I worried about it? It's only a matter of time. I'm not getting it when I want it. I'm going to get it specifically when I'm supposed to get it. And I have this saying I say all the time, what's for me can't miss me. If you want to use it, I promise you it works. Speak that over yourself. What's for you cannot miss you. What's for me cannot miss me. And that gives you comfort, right? In those dark days, you're like, okay, this isn't happening for me right now. Why isn't this happening? Why is everything going wrong? I didn't anticipate it to be this hard. Nobody told me it's going to take this long. Like, give me a break. Where is my break? Literally before November 10th, I was like, where is my break? Where is my break? Like, what am I doing? Like, I just knew I was doing what I was supposed to be doing. So I got my break on November 10th, receiving an additional financial blessing. And from there, I promise you, I never doubt the ability of God to show up on time, y'all. The ability for God to show up on time. So that was the end of 2021. So you might be thinking, so what's the plan now, Terry? So you went through the personal transformation in 2021. What's the personal plan? Y'all, so my plan is, I know what I'm here to do, right? And I'm a creator and I'm a positive influence to help you go from where you are, your current situation, to encourage you. As an example, I'm the example to go from where you are, invest in yourself in all ways. That's mentally, spiritually, physically, and financially, to be able to live your best life, to be able to get to the best you, to be able to live your dream life, right? I haven't arrived. I haven't got to my dream life. There's plenty of things that I haven't done, plenty of places I haven't been. But as I'm going through, as I'm transitioning, I want to share my experiences that can also help you transition as well. So you may be wondering, so what is your current living situation or whatever? So I currently still live at home. I live at home with my folks or whatever. At first, I used to be embarrassed about that. But at this point, I'm not embarrassed, because people think, oh, you staying for free, you living for free, da, 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 da. No, in those couple months when I got down bad, yes, I was able to have assistance from my family. I'm thankful that I was able to have assistance from my family. But outside of that, no, I pay bills just like the regular person, okay? Let's be honest. Let's be clear. And then as far as like what my financial obligations were when I did leave, so I had a car payment. I still had monthly expenses. My car payment at the time was over 500. It was 508 to be exact. I was able to pay off my car in December 2021. Just a couple months, just last month, I was able to pay off my car. And then outside of that, I had a few credit cards and then just standard utilities and mortgage, right? So my monthly bills was right at $2,000, a little over $2,000 or whatever. Right now, it's right at, since I don't have the car payment, it's right at $1,500 or whatever. But we're on our way, like we're making it. And this video is just to shed light on what my experience was. Has it been all high? Has it been all this great grand announcements? Absolutely not. And what does statistics say? So most businesses fail within the first 3 years, right? So my business, so 2019, 2020, 2021, so 2022. So this is actually my fourth year I'm going into it or whatever. And I'm so excited. And I feel like I'm so excited because I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. Like when I say like I receive revelations in the next step and what I'm supposed to be doing, I'm doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. And that's creating this video telling you about my experience leaving my 9-to-5. Like I can't tell you how on purpose that is, but I know it's going to help somebody. It's going to encourage somebody that if Terry can do it, then I absolutely can do it as well. And that's true. But the thing about it is your journey is not going to be like mine. What I've gone through, you might not go through. You might hit rock bottom way before I did. I hit rock bottom in year 3. I hit rock bottom. You might not ever hit rock bottom, but I know that you will experience challenges without a doubt. And you will go through a point in a period where you will have to decide, literally it'll be a crossroad. Am I going to turn back or am I going to keep going? And I chose to keep going. I chose to keep going. And I feel like I chose to keep going for individuals that may be watching this video right now. And if I gave up, how in the world could I tell you how to keep going and keep pushing for you not to give up? And if you're currently sitting at your 9-to-5 and literally you're completely unhappy, everything is telling you, everything in your gut, everything that you envision, every dream that you have is beyond the confines of those walls that you're in at home, in your home office, or wherever you may be, then you have to figure out, you got to take a chance on you. At the end of the day, I tell everybody my biggest fear in life is living a life full of regret. And when I get 80 and 90, I'm living with, oh, I shoulda, coulda, woulda, did XYZ when I was young. Or I shoulda, coulda, woulda tried this. I shoulda, coulda, woulda went here. That's my biggest fear. So literally, I'm going to live my life in a way that is unconventional for some, right? It's definitely unconventional. I told you in the last video, I break the rules from time to time, but that's okay. This year, I want to live more out loud in who I am as a person and really attracting my tribe. That's why I'm here, right? Because my experiences is just not for me. My experience is for me to share with other people and be honest. And be honest, if you are watching this video and if you still currently live at home with your folks and you got people telling you or beating you up about it, it's okay. Use that to your advantage, right? Use that. Plan your next course of action. Plan your next course of action. Design your life how you want it to be. Literally, we all have the ability to live life on our own terms. I wholeheartedly believe we all have the ability to live life on our own terms, but it boils down to first identifying what your gift or gifts are. Not really focusing on, okay, what's the next best thing going on in the world? Where can I capitalize and make a little dollar here, a little dollar there? No, what is your gift? Like, when I tell you with everything in me, I was searching for my gift. Like, why do I still have breath in my lungs? Like, why am I waking up every day? What is it that I'm supposed to be doing? What information am I supposed to be sharing? What people am I supposed to be connecting to? What people am I supposed to develop relationships with? Like, all of these things go in my mind. Like, I don't like to do something just to be doing something. Like, I feel like with everything, it needs to have a purpose behind it. So that's what I feel. And I'm such in a great space. Like, I'm so happy. I'm happy. And the weird thing is, it's like I'm happier now with less money right now in the present than I was when I had it. Okay, when your girl had it, like I'm happier now because I get up and do what I want to do every day. I get up and have the ability to make an impact every day. I get up and be able to create, to be able to share every day. I get up and be able to make sure that I'm treating my body right every day. I get up being able to exercise every day. I get up being able to pray every morning. I get up being able to have my time with God, being able to meditate. I get up with the ability to, right? And I think a lot of people take that for granted, getting up with the ability to live life as you design it. It's a beautiful thing. People think it's money that you want. No, what it is at the core is the freedom to live out who you are wholeheartedly. Everybody desires that. Everybody desires that. Beyond money, everybody desires to live the life that they're supposed to live and why. So that's our time. So, ooh, your girl was talking. Your girl was talking. But yeah, hopefully this encourages and motivates somebody listening. Hopefully it motivates you to say, or to sit with the fact of, you know what? In 2022, I'm going to take a chance on me. And when I tell you, I like being around people that take a chance on them. Like, I'm the type of person, if you're going to try something new around me, that you feel like this is what you're supposed to be doing, this is your path, I'm your biggest cheerleader. Like, I'm going to tell you to do it. Do it. Do it. It's okay. If you fail, do it anyway. Try again. Dust yourself off. Try again, baby. Do you know how many times I failed? Do you know how much money I've lost? But it's okay. I'm still living. I'm still breathing. I eat every day. I have clothes. I have a roof over my head. It's still warm. I'm not outside. I'm not homeless. That's another thing I'll plug too. Like, don't look at what all you don't have, all the money it might take, or whatever. Give yourself a fighting chance before you talk yourself out of even trying. Be grateful for where you are, but know for a fact there's something grand on the way. I promise you that. There's something grand on the way. If you need that encouraging word, if you need that partner, if you need, if you want to talk to me, more, drop it in the comments or whatever. If you have additional questions, leave me a question. Give this video a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, make sure you subscribe so you can follow along with the journey with me. Like, I am telling you everything that has helped me so far in every area of my life that could help you, right? That's my overall purpose. So that's all. That is our time. Until next time, we'll be back with another video. Let's go.